You're listening to Biz-Souls, the business podcast with an edge, hosted by me, Rona and Jeffrey Hansler. Tune in for perspectives and discoveries about the changing world of business. It's time to connect to the heart, soul, and humor of how business gets done. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Biz-Souls. I am Rona Lewis.
I'm Jeffrey Hansler, and we get to the heart and soul of business and the people that make it happen. And
we're getting silly here.
Well, yeah, I think we're always silly.
We are silly, but we're doing
silly, serious. Well, at least we're not
exhausted.
Exactly.
That's what we're talking about today.
Exactly. So, Rona, you came up with this subject.
Yes, we're talking about the Great Exhaustion. I was looking over some facts from 2025 that I got in, and according to the Gallup State of the Global Workplace engagement, employee engagement fell to 21%. That number sucks, people. It just sucks. 21%. What the hell is everybody
collecting
doing?
A paycheck?
Yeah, they're just
and looking for another opportunity.
They're stressed. They don't want to be there. They're not, just because of just the world state that it's in. And they're burning out. People or companies are trying to do more with less. So many people are working over 50 hours a week, and that's ridiculous.
I know, it's absolutely funny. I just think it's misperceptions people have of each other, like that politician in California that thinks he's Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. Anyway, humor.
Is that what that was?
It was.
When you see me continue to move on, that's because
I'm ignoring him.
Yeah, I know.
I'm exhausted.
I'm tired. I'm tired. Lily von Stupp. So,
that's immediately what I thought of, and I told her about that when she told me about this topic. Madeline Kahn, absolutely amazing. She
one of my favorites.
Fun.
So, hysterical.
Can you imagine being on a Brooks show? Mel Brooks movie?
I think it would be incredible. Anyway, point is, it's people are really just getting overly tired, and especially leaders. 75% of leaders say that by the end of the day, they're pooped. They're
pooped.
They're like
I'm
burned
kaput.
out. I'm kaput. Yeah, and it's because so many things are coming to them faster, and change is coming. And this, I think, it's the whole workforce that's going through this, not just leaders, like teams. There's change management is getting more and more utilized the professionals, because so much change is happening so fast, and people in the companies don't know how to work with it.
Well, yeah, and there are a lot of things going on that are affecting it.
Yeah.
One is they're not used to it. So it's like when you go to work out.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't worked out, when you go to work out and work your muscles, the next day you're dying. And if you drop it,
2 days,
you just go back. Yeah. So it takes you a while. Like, I was working on a project, and I hadn't been to the gym for 3 weeks, and then I went. It took me an entire week. We went every day. I changed the exercise around. It took me the entire week before I felt, because I felt, I was just tired. It was like dragging yourself. Mm-hmm. And I didn't have that energy lift that you get usually when you work out. So that was that. And I think that all this change is going on. People have gotten stagnant.
Yeah.
They do the job. They copy what the person did before. There's not a lot of change. And now with AI and technology moving so quick, and companies trying to rethink themselves in a global marketplace and political scenes changing, it's whipsawing from, the pendulum's going from one area to another at high speed, that people are just tired. Change is tough. Anyway, sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm part of a startup, a coaching startup called Dancing Dragons, and it's a talk about exhausting, because there are ways that certain companies grow, and there are ways that we're so few trying to do the work of many people, and it can be exhausting. We're trying things where we're failing wonderfully, and learning from those failures to try to make it better. And also, that's exhausting too. Failing.
Well, yeah.
Failing's exhausting, and they're all teachable moments, which is great.
Right. A colleague of mine is working for a gentleman that had a company that was doing 30, 40 million. Pandemic killed his business. He had to downsize it, and now they're basically starting from scratch. And they had to, release a bunch of employees, and they're starting up. And it's a lot of work. And it's 24/7 job. And you know what? The thing is, a lot of the younger people growing up, and this isn't their fault, is they just don't know how much and how long it takes. People expect overnight success.
Right.
And nothing is overnight success. Whether you want to be a speaker, you want a podcast, none of it is. We keep getting things about people who want to tell us how to market, how we've got all this great content, and not enough people are seeing it. And if we just did these tricks,
we get a lot of spam.
We'd do these tricks, and you know what? They're tricks, and we're kind of going old school at it. Right or wrong, we're going old school, and we're going to build it up organically.
Whether I want to or not, that's what we're doing. I'm kidding.
No, I do have another point though.
Well, and it's there are things we can. What?
I said I do have another point though.
Okay, go ahead, make your point.
So the other thing was I was working on a project, and this is what people are going to come across. I was working on a project, and it was very intense, very time-oriented, a lot of eyes on it with critical nature on it.
Okay.
So I found during that time that if I didn't get sleep, that it was almost impossible. I mean, I literally, for the first time, hit a mental barrier on this thing. Yeah. And then I'd procrastinate on it, put it off.
You procrastinate?
Oh, yeah. Well,
he procrastinates a lot.
So, and getting through it was miserable getting through it. And it was also rewarding at the end. It's just that, man, that was kind of my limit. And so for the next project, if I'm going to take on projects like that, I've got to really buckle down. I had to watch my diet. I had to watch what was going into my body because it was a limit for me.
Well, and sleep is incredibly affected. I'm one of the world's worst sleepers. My oldest brother, Mark, is also that. We inherited the crappy sleeper gene, and if anything is stuck in my head, or I either have to write stuff down or work it out, because otherwise I can't sleep. My head spins, and that's it's a brutal thing. So it's and. So, and it's, we have to really prioritize things, and, what's important. There are things that we do that we can stop doing. We lose the forest for the trees. Did I say that right? Yeah, forest for the trees. We have to be able to take a step back and say, what's going to push me forward? Am I spinning my wheels on something because it's going to, I've spent money on it, or I've spent resources on it, time, energy, money, whatever it is. So I don't want to stop. Where is there that project management speak? Where's the scope creep? That comes in.
No, that's called sunk costs.
Sunk costs. Thank you. See, yes. I do. Okay. And then
and you were right. Scope creep is when you start taking on
more things. Yeah.
Right. So Rona.
Yeah.
So this comes back
Jeffrey.
to you. So this comes back to you.
Okay.
You constantly talk about, you believe in life balance, not a work-life balance.
Yeah.
Tom Peters said, if you want to build an organization up from nothing, everything else has to go. Family, everything else. Now, he was extreme on that. You can't have
When did he say this?
Life. I think 1998, something around there. It's an opinion.
Right.
So there are companies where you go to, they expect you, if the boss is working, 80 hours a week, you're expected to work 80 hours a week, otherwise you won't go there. So I think in the future world, people are going to have to, because it's now easier to find the right organization that has the same values as you do.
Yeah.
You have to find an organization that matches your values for you to be nourished. And there are not too many companies that I could work for. I'm being offered all kinds of, I'm getting calls from recruiters saying, oh, I want to be president of this company and this company and this company. And I don't want to make that commitment to do that, because you're looking at a 10-year commitment or a 5-year commitment and you're going to have to set the tone. And a lot of these companies have such a bad culture.
Right.
It's going to take
5 years to change that.
Herculean efforts to make it work.
To change the culture. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know a lot of people who want to work 80 hours a week.
Well, I work 80 hours a week, and I think you do. I'm working all the time.
I'm in bed. This is like, I do not do the early bird dinner, but, I'm in bed by 9:30. I'll read for a little bit. I get up between unless I'm teaching, but I'm up around 5 a.m.
So we're doing this on Christmas Day, and last night was Christmas Eve, and I was in bed at 7 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. He was.
I think I was down. I was down for the count.
We started watching a movie because I'm down here just because we have friends in common and stuff. So he was asleep, snoring away, and I'm like, okay. And I don't think we got up and had coffee until like 8 o'clock.
No.
8:30.
So
that's really late for us. But
work
normally,
hard, crash. All right.
So bottom line is, what are we talking about? Oh, the great, I don't even remember, because I'm lack of sleep, and I had some eggnog last night and then wine. So anyway, so it's we are all exhausted, and people who work 80 hours a week are going to be exhausted. If you're not getting sleep, your brain is not going to work well. There's not, you do have to have some life balance because it will make you more productive. You'll be able to do more in less hours as opposed to getting lost and wasting time.
Right. And shout out to Max Butterfield. He's a doctor. He's on Instagram, and he does these posts, and he always says,
"Oh, he's
stop listening."
Obsessed with him, yeah.
Stop listening to the influencers because they give out such bad information. Well, here's the thing:
most influencers are 12. They haven't lived enough.
Well, that's one thing. The other thing, though, is the apps like Facebook, especially Meta, is designed to be addictive, and so there are times once you get on it, if you start, and it's getting, they've changed their
Instagram and all of them, TikTok.
They've changed their algorithm. It's even worse now. It is all designed to get you just spinning on it. And yet 65%, what was the figure? 65% of all the posts on Meta are bot generated.
Right.
So anyway.
Is it only 65? I thought it was more.
No, it was 6. No, that's the figure I saw. And who knows? You can't believe it. It was probably posted by a bot.
Right.
Anyway.
It's actually 80%. Who knows? Anyway.
So it's exhausting, though. It's draining.
It is
absolutely draining.
And and I have to try harder to leave my phone inside. I did that the other day. I was watching a movie, and I realized that, hey, I saw the whole movie, and and I didn't reach for my phone because my phone was in the other room, and I'm like, oh, that was so nice. And sometimes I'll actually run errands without my phone, and it's so freeing. We forget what that's like, not to be connected. So, and it's enervating.
So your tip then would be,
lose the phone a little bit.
Lose the phone. I 100% agree with that. And my day now starts off whenever time I'm getting up, wherever I'm getting up, I try and grab a cup of coffee and go outside and leave the phone. Yeah. And just start off the day that way.
And not even play chess on your phone.
Not even play chess on the phone. Yes, exactly.
And if you can learn to be more present, like us in the old school world, it will absolutely improve your energy. You won't be as exhausted, and you're able to get work done more, so you won't be stressed about it.
Yeah, and there is a theme on social media. A lot of people are saying just drop it, get off the platforms, say goodbye to all of it, and then they post on it.
Yeah, this is what I'm doing. So yeah.
So we're going to talk about incongruency in a future podcast.
There we go. All right. For now, that's all we got. And that's our story. We're sticking to it. I'm Rona Lewis.
I'm Jeffrey Hansler.
And this has been Biz-Souls.
Thank you. Subscribe, watch.
Oh, yeah. Check the box. We haven't said that.
Yeah, I know.
Please subscribe. Okay.
Now you done?
Now we're done.
All right. Bye.
You've been listening to the Biz-Souls podcast with your hosts, Rona Lewis and Jeffrey Hansler. Did you have fun? Subscribe, rate, and leave a review. It's very much appreciated. Talk to you next week.